of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Northwestern Wildcats and the Michigan State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with Northwestern's head coach before the game. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion, and he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we are about ready to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans' offense will go to work first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. It is on him. He's their best player to make this offense go.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the right side. These are the type of throws that can make the Spartan offense feel invincible.
I mean, just go to the next level. You know you're going to get a heavy dose of the run game, but when you can complete these passes down the field, you will have all Michigan State fans go green, go white, go green, go white.
The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Third down play from the gun. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. And the Spartans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on fourth down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Wildcats offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the junior running back. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. They'll give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. On the ground, it's Porter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking for a man, it's Childs. Makes the catch. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
That's caught. It's Wagner. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Past the 50. Inside the 30. The tag. Touchdown, Spartan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Well, this is absolutely domination early by this team. We've seen the early touchdown. And David, how about the defense now coming up with the massive pick 6? And all of a sudden, their opponent is completely reeling, and we just barely started this game.
Man, just started the game, and all the momentum swings to one side, and now you got to find a way on this possession. You got to get the football back, and you got to do something with it. You got to...
Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Northwestern. That dude ought to have a lead lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Quick screen to the speedster outline. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Motion from the wideout. Maybe some room here. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing the...
Just keeps moving. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Back to pass, it's Childs. Got a man, it's Wagner.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown and those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. He'll take it himself. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough. Now the Spartans calling their third and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wildcats.
The one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brinson rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
They get to him as he throws. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They give it to him again. He's there to make the stop. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. On the move. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. After run, now throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the ground, it's Patterson. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. These corners going to give them some space. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Florida State Seminoles.
The Spartans will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, coming out of the locker room, the Wildcats head coach told me, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Child. Using his legs to buy some time. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time.
Now, you talk about a sideline that was jacked up, excited for the big punt return. And then, man, he makes the big mistake, puts it on the deck, and the momentum goes shifted right back to the other side.
This offense has it with really good field position. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the move. It's a fumble on the play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
A run for the quarterback. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they just keep inching closer to the goal line. They go for it on 4th down. You get it. You're now finding yourself even closer. This is a place where you'd love to be able to just line.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And that one will put them up here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Patterson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll go right back to the run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Patterson. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains at 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it. This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fights off the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. Under pressure and down he goes at the 33.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fighting off the defender. Tough, hard-nosed running and equally tough tackling. And it'll bring up a 4th and 2. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Run in the red zone, it's Patterson. Finding some, got enough space. Touchdown, Spartan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Spartans have the lead. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Grove. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Allchuck. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Here's the pressure. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the ground with the counter. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Northwestern coming to the line with another 1st down. This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more space.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Sends it back in motion. Calls his own number. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The run inside. It's Patterson. increase. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Patterson. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the back. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Touchdown, Spartans! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop, and you win.
And the extra point was good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Childs. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.